Just slam that. Yeah. Woo.
I ain't finna tell you how I got away with this shit.
Now let's go. Wait for this truck.
Yeah, aye. Kato been ripping the Mexicans, all of a sudden they proud to be Mexican. They do it for clout, not for the culture. I could just tell off their energy. I mean what I say and say what I mean, even if it made me enemies. Thought you was my dog, well bitch you a fraud. Nigga, I'm peep out of jealousy. It's time I get my credit. Like I ain't bitch you on the block.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl Delilah, and this is Table Talks with the Homies, episode number 7. And on today's episode, we have a very special guest. He's known as one of Chicago's favorite lowrider photographers. He's also a creative, a curator, a father, a son, and my homie, the one and only, you know who it is, Don't Get Shot, baby. Let's get it. Well, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for this special invite. You're somebody I always wanted to interview because not only are you an amazing photographer and part of our culture, you're such a great role model, a stand-up man, a boss, a community leader, and one of my homies that I really admire. So thank you so much for being on Table Talks with the Homies.
Appreciate it. You know, I had to do it. I had to do it for you.
I appreciate that. And this whole interview is really about your fans and your following get to know you in a different way. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first question. Where are you from?
From Chicago. Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised from Chicago, Bridgeport to the Wild Hundreds and everywhere in between.
Okay. And what is your ethnicity?
Chicano.
What is your birth sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay, Sag gang.
Yes.
Besides Chicago, have you lived anywhere else?
No, I just been a city boy, Chi-town.
City boys up. What is your favorite color?
I like blue, any shade of blue. I love my blue.
You have a very large social media following. Why do you think that is?
Sometimes that surprises me too. Like, you know, I post and stuff just takes off. But honestly, I think it's just because how I shoot, you know, everything that I do being in Chicago, like people are surprised that it's here. You know, like we're here, we got cars too, not just Cali. Yeah.
Exactly. And I love seeing it. What do you want your platform to be known for?
I just want to push our culture, you know, like the Mexican lowrider culture. I just want it, you know, I want to shed some light on it, you know, for all the stuff that we do. We give back to the community, all that type of stuff.
Do you speak any other languages?
No Spanish, a little bit of Spanish. Yeah.
Are you a morning or a night person?
I'd have to say both because I like to get up super early. And the only time I get to edit having kids is at nighttime when everybody's asleep.
I feel you because I can be a little bit of both too myself.
Yeah.
Can you cook?
Yeah, I could cook a couple things. Yep, throw down on the grill a little bit.
What's your specialty?
I'd have to say my kids love, you know, they love my spaghetti. They love cooking burgers, all that, you know, just your basics.
I know that you kind of specialize in lowrider photography. What is your favorite lowrider you've already photographed?
One of my favorite cars would probably have to be one of my buddies, Javi. He has a pink Riviera that I shot. One of my favorite cars ever I shot, probably. Yeah.
I gotta see that because my favorite color is pink.
All pink. Beautiful car.
I love that. What is your favorite go-to setup for shooting lowriders?
For my setup, I really, you know, I just try to get out there and like I say, the best camera on you is, you know, the best camera is the one you have on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've shot with Nikon, Canon. There's been times where I'll shoot with my phone because it's right there. Like I'll post reels just straight with my phone and it takes off. But you know, sometimes I'll be there with my Nikon or Canon and it makes a little noise, but it's just crazy because it's the camera I got on me. You know?
I must agree, because it's not always about what you have, but it's the person behind the lens.
Yes, you gotta have that vision. You gotta be able to see it.
I feel like you're very inspiring. What's one tip that you have for inspiring photographers that want to do what you do?
I would just say keep shooting, get out there. Even if, you know, you don't feel like it, just go out there and shoot, take a walk. You know, that's how you get better with your craft. You know, you just gotta keep doing it. Yep.
One of the things I love so much about you is that you've had some of the baddest models, especially from Chicago. A lot of the women that I admire.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that stands out to you, one of your favorite models you like to work with?
I would say, yeah, I love all the models. You know, they come out, they got their own, you know, unique, you know, their unique style. But I'd probably have to say, like, my girl Veronica. I've done a couple shoots with her already, but like, she's a natural. Like, I really don't gotta edit the photos. Like, it's just, you know, our vibe together with the shoots is perfect. It's just
Shout
perfect.
out to Veronica, because she's one of my girl crushes,
Yeah.
and I really love her vibes, and she's super friendly.
Yeah.
What do you like to sip on?
Sip on Monacos.
Hey.
Monacos and Modelos.
Hey, shout out to Monacos.
Yeah.
How has Chicago influenced your photography style?
How it influences, I would just say, just, you know, sometimes I just take a ride and I, you know, just being like in Pilsen, little village, you know, seeing the murals, the street art, like that, and that just gets me going. Like, you know, that type of stuff, that whole vibe. Yeah.
Straight cultura. What's your favorite part about being in Chicago lowrider culture?
My favorite part, it's got to be meeting the, you know, the guys with the cars, you know, the guys that pull the cars out, you know, that's the best part, I want to say. Just chopping it up with them.
That's one of my favorite things about you. When we did the lowrider show, it was all the families and everybody that came out. That's one of the things I loved about him the most.
Yep.
What is your favorite pair of shoes?
I would have to say Nike Cortezes.
Hey.
For sure, yeah.
IG wants to know, who is your barber?
My guy Javi at ACG Cuts in Chicago Heights. Shout out Javi, ACG Cuts.
What's up, Javi? What's good?
Yeah, those are
How
my guys.
old were you when you took your first photo?
Man, I wouldn't even know. My mom used to, you know, take lots of photos, so it's probably, you know, when I was a shorty, little kid.
Why are you so passionate about photography? What do you love most about it?
I just love, like, you know, being able to capture, you know, a moment, and then you look back on it years later and just, you know, you have that flashback, like, yeah, I remember when we did all this, like, you know, good times and shit. Always about capturing the moment and shit.
Building those memories.
Yes, definitely.
What's the coolest feature you've seen on a lowrider?
The coolest feature, I would have to say, it depends on the car, because, like, for instance, this car right here, the mural, all of that, like, I love this type of stuff. Like, these guys get down. For sure.
What is your favorite cruising song?
My favorite cruising song would have to be something from my guy Jams, the Flavor Child. He's got that real, like, you know, you're just cruising and riding around and shit. That's what I like, yeah.
How do you include your cultural heritage in your work?
I always try to, you know, wherever I look for the murals and shit, or, you know, I try to see if there's, you know, like a famous painter that I know, and, like, you know, if it's got the Mexican flag, or, you know, just something along the lines of that. That's what I try to incorporate in my photos.
That's one of the things I noticed. You include art, culture, models,
I love
all
it.
that.
I love it. I love art.
That's why you stand out.
Yeah.
What is your dream car?
My dream car would have to be 57 Chevy Bel Air. Yep.
Okay. What is your favorite part about Chicago?
My favorite part, just how there's just so much culture and there's just so much to do too in the city. It's just, I love it. I love to just be in the city all the time.
Chicago gang.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you balance your photography career and family life?
Ooh, that's a tough one, because, you know, I want to be with them 24/7 all the time, but, you know, they know I'm out here doing what I love to do, photography, and then, you know, being at these car shows, I'm able to bring them with me so they can experience it too. So, you know, there's some things that I'm gonna miss, you know, but they understand. They know Dad's out there, you know, putting work in, you know, doing these photo shoots and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's one of the things I admired about you is every time I've seen you out here, I've seen your family with you. And that's why I really admire the type of father that you are.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
What's your favorite lowrider club in Chicago?
That's a hard question because everybody shows me love. You know what I'm saying? All the clubs. Shout out Somos Unos, Majestics, Viejitos. A lot of them, you know, they just open their door. You know, they see me around. Hey, you need a drink. You know, you need whatever. Even my family too, like the kids. Yeah, you need waters or whatever. You know. So it's just Chicago in general. Like everybody shows me love. Like I love all of them, all the clubs.
Shout out to all the Chicago clubs out there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Chicago neighborhood to shoot in?
Pilsen, Little Village, yep, South Side.
Shout out to Pilsen.
Pilsen.
How do you stay updated on the latest lowrider trends?
Instagram. I see, you know, all day my feed. That's all I see is just lowrider stuff. You know, all from Chicago, Cali too. So you know, I try to bring that flavor out here. Yep.
I know we talked about this before, but what is the biggest misconception of lowrider culture?
My biggest thing is, you know, you watch these movies or you see these videos and they portray like the lowrider guys as, you know, that's what the cars, you know, the gang, that's what they pull up in is the lowrider car. And it's like, it's the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to these shows and it's all family, it's all love. You know, these guys, they might look crazy, they got tattoos, all of that, you know how they dress, but man, they're real nice people, real good people.
I feel like that's part of the Sasan part of the culture, and that's one of the things I love about lowrider culture is very family oriented.
Family, yep, family first, yep.
How do you stay creative and inspired?
What keeps me going is music. Like I listen to music and literally it'll get me out of my seat like I gotta go do something. You know, I'm always watching music videos or, you know, it's just something about music. I put on that right song or that right artist and it inspires me to get up and like, all right, let me go shoot something.
I feel that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We know that you're an amazing father. What's the most challenging part about fatherhood?
The hardest part would have to be just seeing them grow, because it's like, man, you know, 1 minute they're little, you know what I'm saying, and like the next thing, you know, before you know, they're bigger than you, and it's just like, man, where'd the time go? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
What is the most rewarding part about being a father?
Their smiles, their hugs, all of it. I love it.
What advice would you give to young fathers out there?
I'd have to say, you know, you got to support your kids 100. Whatever they want to do, you got to support them. Let them do it. They want to be a graffiti artist, you know, let them draw on, you know, on the garage or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to let them go out there and, you know, find themselves.
Exactly. Be their biggest fan.
Yep.
I feel that. So IG wants to know, if you couldn't do photography, what creative medium would you choose?
Would definitely be like painting, some type of street art, you know, wheat paste, graffiti. I love that. I love that stuff.
Love it. What is your anthem?
My anthem, I would have to say right now is Kato for the Cultura. That's my song right there. I hear that song and, you know, it's over with. I'm either, you know, I get inspired editing, doing something, you know, or, you know, just shooting. I got to have that song in the background right now.
Shout out to Kato.
Kato, what up?
Who do you want to collaborate with in the future?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm open to collaborate with anybody, so hit me up, slide in my DM.
You heard him. What would you tell your 15-year-old self?
To not be stubborn, you know, not to be in a rush with anything. Like, you know, you're young, you don't know anything yet. You don't know nothing yet. Yep.
So tell me, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going is that, hold up, is that with photography or just with everything?
Yeah,
okay.
What keeps you going? What drives you?
What drives me is, you know, being able to do when I do my shoots, being able to do these galleries along with it. And, you know, that's my biggest thing right now is the galleries, because it's like, you know, everybody's so used to just pulling up the pictures on Instagram and seeing these photos. And it's like, there's nothing like having the actual copy, you know, especially in your living room or wherever. So just to see people buy my stuff, you know, like that is just crazy to me. I love that. I love that.
I love that too. And I'm so looking forward to our show, which is going to be August 31st.
August 31st.
You curating the cars, you doing your thing and mostly showing your art. I'm so excited about that. How do you want to be remembered?
I just want to, you know, just a real, you know, a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you the shirt off my back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I want to be remembered. You know, just a genuine person. Cool, genuine person. Humble person. Yo.
Well, I really appreciate you for being on Table Talks with the Homies. Again, you're one of the Latinos that I really admire. You're a stand-up man, a good father, just, you know, overall good person, and I really appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Who do you think that I should interview next?
I'm going to say my homie Tubbs. Tubbs, you're next.
You heard him, Tubbs. Let's get it. So stay tuned for the next episode of Table Talks with the Homies.